The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard accordingly, and take care that you entertain no notions unsuitable to virtue and reasonable nature. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Nothing has such power to broaden the mind as the ability to investigate systematically and truly all that comes under thy observation in life. Time is a sort of river of passing events, and strong is its current. No sooner is a thing brought to sight than it is swept by, and another takes its place, and this too will be swept away. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Nothing happens to any man that he is not formed by nature to bear. I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinions of himself than on the opinions of others. Look back over the past, with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too. The only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? Natural ability without education has more often raised a man to glory and virtue than education without natural ability. Here is the rule to remember in the future, when anything tempts you to be bitter. Not, "This is a misfortune," but, "To bear this worthily is good fortune." Everything that happens happens as it should, and if you observe carefully, you will find this to be so. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Begin. To begin is half the work, let half still remain. Again begin this, and thou wilt have finished. Observe constantly that all things take place by change, and accustom thyself to consider that the nature of the universe loves nothing so much as to change the things which are, and to make new things like them. A noble man compares and estimates himself by an idea which is higher than himself, and a mean man by one lower than himself. The one produces aspiration, the other ambition, which is the way in which a vulgar man aspires. We ought to do good to others as simply as a horse runs, or a bee makes honey, or a vine bears grapes season after season without thinking of the grapes it has borne. Adapt yourself to the things among which your lot has been cast, and love sincerely the fellow creatures with whom destiny has ordained that you shall live. Such as are your habitual thoughts, such also will be the character of your mind, for the soul is dyed by the thoughts. Because your own strength is unequal to the task, do not assume that it is beyond the powers of man. But if anything is within the powers and province of man, believe that it is within your own compass also. To understand the true quality of people, you must look into their minds and examine their pursuits and aversions. We are too much accustomed to attribute to a single cause that which is the product of several, and the majority of our controversies come from that. Death is a release from the impressions of the senses, and from desires that make us their puppets, and from the vagaries of the mind, and from the hard service of the flesh. Anything in any way beautiful derives its beauty from itself and asks nothing beyond itself. Praise is no part of it, for nothing is made worse or better by praise. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more videos.